In this video, we will discuss how to look up different customers and accounts and how to create new customers and accounts. But before we get into that, I'd like to define what a customer is and what an account is. So a customer is defined as someone that walks into your place of business to purchase product from you, perhaps for the first time. Also, a customer can be defined as someone who comes across your website and places an order or puts a wish list together. Those are all defined as a customers, or these are your B2C individuals. An account is defined as a business that purchases product from you, and because they do that, you may provide a discount to them based off of the volume of business that they do with them. So these are your B2B, or these are your businesses. These are your designers, your contractors, your electricians. These are your business accounts. So let's talk about how you can add a new account to your platform. So to add a new account, we're right here on our catalog, and let's jump up here to the upper right and let's click on Add Account. So click on that. We have your account type. We have some pre-selected account types. If you would like to add an account type that is not in this list, please contact Client Services and we can add any account type that you would like in here. So once we've selected our account type, let's give it an account name. Let's go with Bob the Builder. And then from here I have two options. I can click on Create and Edit, or I can just simply create the account. So we'll go ahead and click on Create and Edit. Now that we've created the account for Bob the Builder, we can plug in his information. So let's go ahead and put in some contact information for our friend Bob here. So let's go Provo, Utah, 84606. And we'll give him a phone number. I can choose to do a fax. And account login, let's give him a username and password. So I'm going to go Bob and Builder. Now when you're creating an account login, you can give these login credentials to your account, and they'll have the ability to go to your website, log in, and use these credentials. These are the ones that you would provide to them. Now in this section, I've got my account type. I can choose what type of account this is. In this discount display method, I can choose how do I want to display if I'm giving Bob any type of discount. How do I want to display the total? Do I want to apply it to the items, show discount as a total, or show discount as a %? That's typically the one that I like to go with. In the assigned sales rep, you can choose what sales rep do you want to have associated to our account, Bob the Builder. Now once I choose who the assigned sales rep is and tied that sales rep to this account, anytime that Bob or Bob's customer creates an order and submits it, or even just creates an order, this sales rep, if they have an email address associated to their user, will receive a notification of that order. In the tier markup, this is where you can select your pricing structure for Bob the Builder. So when they log in with these credentials and you have your tier markup set up, you can choose here what type of pricing do you want Bob the Builder to see when he logs in. You can also give him a default discount of, let's say, 10%. So now anytime that Bob logs in, all the pricing is already going to be dropped by 10%. Or you can choose to do a rebate here as well. Okay. In this bill later, we can choose to allow him to bill later or to not bill later. I typically keep it on, just allow him to bill later at any time. Then we'll go ahead and click on Done. So now that I've created Bob's information, to get back, I can click on this drop down right here. It's updated my address on this little Google map from right here. And so I can click on this to edit his information, and I can collapse it as well. So now that we've created Bob the Builder, we can choose to type in a project name, we can put in a project number, or we can create an actual customer name for Bob. But maybe, for example, we'll just do project ABC. So now notice up here, I have my account, Bob the Builder. That's what I'm working on. And next I have my customer. In this case, we're calling it Project ABC. Now if I want to go back to Bob, if I click on to change account, I can search for him right here and type in Bob the Builder. And there he shows up. I can also search for his account right here, Bob the Builder. And here's his account. I can click on it. It's going to pull up the information right here. And notice underneath the section Customers, I've got Project ABC that's going on for Bob. Or I can click on this blue plus sign right here to add a customer. Let's say Tyler H. Click on that. Come back here to change customers. So now I've got under my account Bob the Builder, I've got my 2 accounts. So this right sidebar is nice because it will keep a list of all of your customers. I can search my customers or projects underneath Bob the Builder. Now let's talk about how to add a new customer. So let's say a customer walks into your place of business. From here, I'll go ahead and click on Add Customer. One thing that I want to point out, anytime that you click on Add Customer, the associated account is always going to be into the walk-ins. Now you can change this. Let's say I wanted to select Bob the Builder. So I can change that account right here if I'm going to add a new customer, and I want to choose which account this customer or this project is going to go under. So just watch out for that. The default is always going to be into the walk-ins. So if I want to come in here, I can create a new customer name, and let's put Test ABC. And again, I can click on Create and Edit or Create Customer. I'll click on Create and Edit. So now notice that I have my test customer ABC up here, and I have my account is under the walk-ins. Okay, so I can put in the information. I have my name. I can type in my address for this customer, city, state, fill out all of that information here. Now in this default billing options, this is my bill to. So do I want to bill to the customer, or do I want to bill to other? If I choose other, it's going to give me a street's phone number and who do I want to bill it to. And then this is my ship to. Do I want to ship to the customer information, or do I want to ship it to somebody else? Customer login, I can create a username and a password, and then when the customer goes to your website, they can simply type in those credentials that you gave to them and they're on their way. Right here, for our tier markup, what pricing structure do we want to give to Test ABC to this customer? Now again, it's associated back to this account under walk-ins. So if I choose account pricing, then this customer right here that I'm working on, when they log in, or if you're doing an order for their customer, and you select account pricing, it's going to go off of this account pricing. Now if I choose web pricing, this customer is going to see the same pricing that they would see on the front end of the website. So you can choose what type of pricing this customer or project wants to have, the account pricing or just the web pricing. And then you can choose this customer if they want to be able to bill later or not. And click on Done. And now we've got our walk-ins and we have our test customer that we have created. Another way to add a new customer is you can click on your account and choose which account you want to have this new project or customer to go onto. Let's say the walk-ins. And we have this plus button right here. If I click on that, it's going to ask me add new customer name. And now this new customer has been created under this walk-in. And I just created the customer name. I can click on this drop down here and enter in their information if I want to. I hope you've enjoyed this video on how to add new customers and add new accounts. Hope that you have seen how this right sidebar works and why we've used that. We know you're busy. We know you have multiple things going on at the same time, and this allows you to keep your accounts and customers that you're viewing, but while at the same time being able to do your different tasks. Maybe you wanted to change some markups, or you wanted to browse throughout the catalog, all while your account and customer stays fixed in this right sidebar. And we hope that you have a great day. Thanks for joining us today.